Greetings, hunters, birders, and fellow wildlife watchers. I'm up here in the mountains of northern Utah on the final day of the extended archery hunt here in Utah. Now I want to talk about the difference between Stabil-Eyes and image stabilizing binoculars. Okay, so image stabilizing binoculars are basically like a regular set of binoculars, but they have electronics inside that stabilizes the image for you. There's some real pros to that. You can hold them up and what used to be kind of a shaky image and you couldn't hold things steady, that all steadies out for you, and that's really nice. There's a couple of problems with image stabilizing binoculars though. These are German precision optics binoculars with really good glass in them. Image stabilizing binoculars sacrifice quality of glass because in order to make it a reasonable price point, with all the electronics they have in it and what they've got to do to build it, they can't have decent glass and give you a decent price. So you sacrifice the quality of the glass for the stability that you get. And in particular, in low light situations like this or even earlier, it's a real problem. The other problem is it makes some people seasick, right? Now with Stabil-Eyes, you don't get electronic stabilization, you get mechanical stabilization. And I would say you get about 90% of the stability of the image stabilizing binoculars. But you don't have to sacrifice the quality of glass, and you don't have to worry about getting seasick. The biggest difference is how long you can stay behind the glass. As you can see, the glass, hands-free, is being held up by the monopod that is enclosed inside the binocular harness and Stabil-Eyes. With image stabilization binoculars, it's an electronic stabilization, and you still have to hold the glass up to your eyes, and you can only do that for a certain period of time. So check this out. Notice how I just push down on the harness and it brings the glass right back to my eyes. Notice how long I can stay behind the glass, how steady it is, and how I can use minute movement to grid the far hillside. There's no arm fatigue, and I can minutely adjust my gridding pattern with greater control than I would have even with a tripod. Very steady, and I can stay behind the glass as long as I want. You can't do that with image stabilizing binoculars because you have to hold them up. And there's a limit to the amount of time that you can do that before your arms get tired. Where, as you can see, with Stabil-Eyes, there's absolutely zero arm fatigue. So you get the best of all worlds. You get great glass, you get really good stability, and you get the ability to stay behind the glass, actually using your binoculars for as long as you want with no arm fatigue. That's a pretty good advantage if you ask me. One of the other differences is price. You'll pay $1,200 or more for a decent pair of image stabilizing binoculars. With Stabil-Eyes, use whatever glass you've already got, and you're paying 15 or 20% of what you would pay for the image stabilizing binocular. You maintain better glass, you have longer time behind the glass, you save money. What's not to like? Stabil-Eyes is a mechanical way to stabilize your view in your binoculars, as opposed to an electronic or digital way to stabilize your view. Obviously, the mechanical way is going to be less expensive than all the digital programming and circuitry and everything else that has to go into image stabilizing binoculars. And once again, At least at this point in time, there's no image stabilizing robot arms that will hold the binoculars up for you. I've gone 21.8 minutes, for example, all the time behind the glass just like this. Now, you can really pick apart a hillside. Wait a minute. Gotta go. I see something.